Hey guys, Alex Gordon here from FX, bringing you my latest tilt that I've done. This is a Hasbro Kit Fisto saber. Um, I got it with all the electronics still in it, the original electronics, and I also got a Petit Crouton 2.0, Tri-Rebel green, green, red, orange, um, a 14500, 14500 I call it, battery pack. And a couple of blinkies. I wanted to make these light up green and these light up blue. These ones work really well. These ones, they light up, but they're really dim because it's such a hard, or it's such a dark plastic. Up here, I left off one of the switch caps. Actually, both of them. This one's just hot glued on for the moment. I drilled out where the screw was down there, and I lathed out a little hole in here, center drilled, I guess, on the lathe, so that it would fit over this cap. But it's too wobbly on here, so I'm going to have to make some kind of an insert to go around the tube that I have in there. It doesn't have to come all the way up, it just has to prevent it from being able to jiggle around a little bit. So that'll be a tomorrow morning project, but I wanted to get this video shot tonight so that tomorrow morning I can have this out the door. You'll notice the two O-rings here are gone. I was doing something with the hilt. I can't even remember what. I don't know if I was holding on one of these rings. And my finger slipped, and my fingernail was all that it took to cut those off. All my fingernail did was go like that, and they cut right off. So I'm going to have to either find some replacements of this, or find something similar from the hardware store that would last longer. I machined a... Actually, first thing, I machined a shim. You're not going to be able to see it on the video. I'll have pictures of it. For the Tri-Rebel, because just gluing the lens in isn't really good enough for me. Others may have done that, and it may have worked perfectly. That's great, but there's just something about hot glue or little sticky feet or super glue will actually ruin the lens. It'll frost it. I can't put my head around that and feel that it's good enough. So I made a shim that had a lip. Basically, it filled the sides where the Tri-Rebel was loose this way, and it filled the top, and it had a lip to hold the ring in, or to hold the lens in. And I also bored out a little bit the blade retaining lip here, so that the Tri-Rebel would be able to shine a little bit more light through. I didn't go crazy, I just did a little bit. I also machined this insert for the recharge port here. This isn't the actual kill key, but it may wind up having something very similar to this, just because that's the low profile and it'll be able to fit also with this pommel on. Nothing fancy. The speaker holes, I don't have my drill press yet. It was supposed to be here 2 days ago, but you know, I had to hand drill these holes around. The one in the middle was center drilled on the lathe, and the 2.1mm recharge port's down there. So you screw this on, and the wires provide enough tension that no matter what you're doing, it does not interfere with the speaker. You can't really see it on the video. I can barely see it here because the light is there. You might be able to see a little bit now. This is dimly illuminated, and this is blinking. This is also illuminated. This is the activation, and this is the auxiliary. Like I said, this cap will be glued on with probably like a spacer around there so that it's not so loose. I want to say surprised, but I wasn't really surprised at how bright this is, because that's what everybody's been saying is how bright it is. What I was surprised at, and I had sort of anticipated this, that's why I ordered the green, green, red, orange. I was surprised that the flash on Clash was dead yellow. It was the exact yellow that I have tuned with my version 6 CF. So, let's see here. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit over here. The font is Rain Sizzle because this is a Kit Fisto saber. I figured that was pretty fitting for it. Let me turn the lights off. And yeah, those of you that have been following me know that this is the first talk of a lathe. So this is indeed my first hilt that I've used the lathe on, and I'm very happy with it. It's just an awesome feeling to know that that I didn't have to pay someone to make that custom insert and that custom shim, and it's awesome. I'm very happy with that purchase. So as the Petite Crouton 2.0, it's got an accelerometer instead of the ball bearing sensors. Incredibly sensitive. Oh yes, let me grab the lights again. Okay, we're done with the blade. The blade retention screw I drilled back here. It's an 8/32, and it's pretty long actually to get through the hilt and the blade holder. But the screw that holds the blade holder on is actually through that hole. If you unscrew this screw and you stick a 6/32 Allen wrench straight through there, that's where the set screw is that holds the blade holder to the hilt. So it's not just that screw, but there's also no more visible holes. Let's see, what else? That about does it. I mean, you saw the custom pommel insert. Well, almost pommel insert, you know, the inner piece there. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say. I've got quite a few projects on the bench right now, so you're probably going to start seeing some rapid fire saber builds. So be on the lookout for a Hasbro FX Dooku, which it's not the best saber, but you know, it's still a Dooku, and there's not many of them out there. Let's see, an MR Anakin Attack of the Clones with a CF in it. I'm doing another E11. My OBTPM project is up and coming, and I've got a Trade Federation purpose-built saber coming up, meaning I built it just for the intention of selling it. And if it doesn't sell, I honestly have no problem keeping it because it's such a great saber. See you later.